Time for the weekend. President Cyril Ramaphosa will receive the FIFA World Cup trophy at the Union Buildings today. It's on a global tour, visiting 30 member associations and making 75 stops before the 2026 World Cup in North America. Let's take you live now to my colleague, Yolulwe Qoshe is tracking the story. And I understand that tickets are on sale as well, Yolulwe, for people in Cape Town and at Newzroom over the weekend to have a look at this original World Cup trophy. And those tickets are sold out.
Well, a very good morning to you in studio, Michelle, as well as to the viewers at home. Of course, I believe that is correct. This is the first step that it will have, or the first stop, rather, here in Johannesburg. Of course, the World Cup trophy that I'm speaking about. Before you say rightfully that tomorrow it does make its way to the Newzroom area for another official viewing where the general public then gets the opportunity, if of course they did purchase those tickets, to be able to see the original version of this trophy. And then after that, of course, it will then make its way out to Cape Town, where it continues this tour of South Africa. Now, Michelle, just on the trophy, just to give our viewers a little bit of a background on it, it is another version of the World Cup trophy. It's another, because there was one before in 1974. The one before that was given to Brazil, and this one has been in inception since 1974. And the history behind it, the design is, of course, from an Italian designer, Silvio Gazzaniga. His design was one of 55 designs at the time, so it was chosen out of a lot of particular designs at the time. And the way that he spoke about the design, he said that it is two people lifting up the earth. So the earth, the symbolism of the earth is a football, and the symbolism behind them lifting up the earth is joy as well as victory, signaling a victory in the World Cup itself. If you're looking at the specifics of the trophy, it is 18 karat in gold, and I think that's exactly why, Michelle, that the nation that wins the trophy doesn't keep the actual original trophy itself, but is given a replica, because imagine the turmoil that would happen if you were to lose 18 karats worth of gold, if whatever happens to wherever you are trying to keep this particular trophy in your country after winning the World Cup. It is 6 kgs worth of weight as well, so there's quite a bit of weight in it. So even if you do escape, good luck trying to navigate yourself out of the Union Buildings without being apprehended with that 6 kgs and 18 karat worth of gold. And talk about the team that does have the rightful ownership of the trophy at the moment. It is Argentina, the current World Cup winners who won the World Cup in 2022. I believe my colleague Khotso Selo will know all about that, having been present at that final where Argentina was able to beat France in Qatar all the way back in 2022.
So where to from here for the World Cup trophy, Yolulwe? And of course, this is also in the midst of a very exciting time for our country as well, having qualified for the FIFA World Cup.
So in terms of our proceedings for today, Michelle, we're expecting to see the esteemed guests, which include, of course, the President Cyril Ramaphosa arriving here at the Union Buildings at around 12 o'clock. The trophy itself will then arrive at around 12:15. And then the official program is expected, or the trophy will be then displayed at 1 o'clock before the official proceedings then begin at 1:30. Then we are able to then see Bafana Bafana take a picture with the esteemed guests, including President Cyril Ramaphosa, at around 35 minutes past 1. And it's actually very significant to have Bafana Bafana in this particular occasion, because the trophy is no stranger to South Africa, having been here for a couple of months, all the way back in 2010 when we hosted the World Cup ourselves. And Bafana Bafana did take part in that particular World Cup. It is the last World Cup that Bafana Bafana took part in. So us qualifying for the 2026 version, it was met by a lot of excitement by South Africans in general, not just the football fanatics of the country. So Bafana Bafana having to be here around that trophy again will also give them a lot of motivation going into what is expected to be a very, very tough competition that they head into in the USA, Mexico, and Canada in June. And also just speaking about the qualification of Bafana Bafana, In 2010, we qualified as hosts, but the last time Bafana Bafana actually qualified through a group stage campaign was all the way back for the 2002 World Cup in Korea and Japan. So it's been a very, very long way to see Bafana Bafana go into a tournament that they didn't host. Before then, our only other appearance at a World Cup was the 1998 edition, all the way back in France. So it's excitement all around for South Africa. It's excitement for the football fraternity. And Bafana Bafana, they are now going to be zoning in on this World Cup for 2026, where they are in a very tough group. They will be playing against Mexico, the first game on the 11th of June. A deja vu moment, as if you may, for South Africans, as if you remember, in 2010 here in South Africa, the opening game was against Mexico, where we drew 1-1 with our North American counterparts. We'll be hoping, of course, that we can get an upset victory over them in their home ground and upset their upper court on that side too, Michelle. So it's exciting to see what will happen today, and I'll keep you updated as to what happens with the proceedings here with the World Cup trophy on South African soil.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very exciting, and as you say, we can't help but think back to 2010, when South Africa hosted the World Cup, that first game against Mexico, and that incredible first goal of the 2010 World Cup scored by South Africa's Siphiwe Tshabalala. My colleague Yolulwe Qoshe left us there at the Union Buildings.